What's up guys, welcome to a new video, and in this video I'm going to do a bit of an experiment. I'm going to take you along a walk on this beautiful sunny day here in the city of Winchester with the iPhone. We're going to see what sort of photographs we can take. This is my favorite camera, which is pretty crazy considering I have the Canon R5 and I have had numerous other cameras in my life. There's no doubt about it that having interchangeable lenses and a bigger sensor is really beneficial in many ways. You can definitely get a better image that way. But I've printed images from the iPhone and they are some of my favorite images that I've created. So with that being said, I'm going to take you on a bit of a walk and show you how I take photographs with my iPhone, and then afterwards we're going to go find a pub and I'm going to edit them on my iPad. I'm going to connect you to this thing on my backpack so you can see what I'm seeing and see the photos that I'm taking. Let's go. Okay, so first we're going to start here in the cathedral, and today it's very sunny, which means that it's very contrasty. There will be a lot of shadows and a lot of highlights, which can make things a little bit challenging, especially with a camera that doesn't have a huge dynamic range but will play to the shadows. So we'll just take a generic photo here, and as you can see I have my settings on here set to RAW. This is the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and of course the newer versions are going to have a better picture quality, and I think they even have different settings as well. But if you have it in RAW, it will allow you to retain the most information that the camera can, or that the file can keep, so that you can edit it more in post, like we're going to do later on the iPad. Now when you're taking photos, I actually really like to look at these leading lines here. You can see how leading lines will lead into the image from the corner, kind of draw the viewer's eyes. So this could be kind of a cool image here. It's a bit equal as well. There's a good composition. You have the main subject kind of in the middle of the upper 2/3, and the eyes lead into there. So I think that's going to be a pretty good image. You want to make sure that you're keeping the top of the cathedral in the shot as well. It's getting low is handy as well, so we can try that. And here's a little technique. You can actually turn your phone upside down, and this will allow you to get lower, and maybe we'll try and get more of the cathedral in and this statue as well. I'll also take a horizontal one. So it's good just to play around with different focal lengths. Obviously the wide is going to distort things quite a bit. And we are just using the standard iPhone app, so you don't have to worry about any settings really. It kind of is going to auto expose everything, making things a little bit easier. How about that cathedral, eh? A fun fact about the cathedral here is that front window is stained glass, but it's made up with all sorts of different, it's a bit of a hodgepodge of glass. Normally they'll have murals or images of saints, but apparently at one period in time this cathedral was left derelict and used as a stable, and people used to throw rocks at the window and shattering the glass, and it would fall all over the floor, and the locals would pick it up, and they eventually managed to collect the glass back and create another stained glass window. But it's like a hodgepodge of things, it's not really anything in particular, which is kind of interesting. It's a cool build, cool vehicle. I wonder if we can get a good composition here. It's kind of parked in a not so great way, but maybe we can go super wide here and get something interesting. I like this alleyway coming up here. Maybe we can get a good image here. I'm gonna wait. Maybe I'll wait till someone comes in. That's cool. Maybe we try wider as well. These are all basic ways of taking photos. I'm not really trying too hard. Using foreground can help as well. Maybe leaning up against here, kind of blocking part of the image. Oh, this could be cool. This guy on the phone. We do a zoom in. One of the good things about the iPhone is that it's kind of inconspicuous. You can kind of take a photo without anybody realizing it. What a beautiful area, huh? Incredible. Let's try this from this angle. Got the leading lines going in this way. Could have probably given him more space, that would have been better. Just looking for anything that catches my eye. I actually like that little corner, but it's a shame there's cars. Maybe we can... Maybe I can make that area darker or something. What an incredible building. Maybe this corner would be a cool, with the overhang. Or maybe we'll get the light in as well. I think this would look good at night, actually. Wow. Wonder how many years this, well, how old this door is. Insane. Still operable as well. They still close it. For 800 years. Wow. Look at this place. Oh, I like the shadows here. Oh, this is cool. Be cool if someone that's well dressed walks through here. This little shop.
How was the nursery?
Well, nursery's alright. Everything's pretty good. Nothing really happened. It's all when it was that it was.
Good.
Well, yeah, I'm good.
Let's see if we got that one. Oh, that's cool. That could be cropped, maybe. Oh, such a beautiful day. Flowers are starting to bloom. This is a good pub here on the corner. This might be where we choose to get a pint afterwards and work on the photos. So here I don't think this is that great of an image, maybe with that shadow in the distance of the person, but I like to use the zoomed in to really, I don't know, compress some elements of the image. It gives a completely different look. This is a cafe. Wow, look at that post box. That's really cool. Well, maybe I'm gonna use the geometric shapes here. Still in operation as well. Integrated into the window. Maybe we'll get a larger framing of this. Wow, I like how there's lots of lines, you know? Well, maybe get a bit of the floor. It's really cool. So down this street is the college, Winchester College, and it's famous because there are numerous prime ministers that have come out of this college. Let's try and get a...
You can't criticize. She's actually criticizing all the people. But it's very easily in something.
Maybe we can get a nice symmetrical image here. You can see how if you point the camera upwards when it's ultra wide, it'll distort quite a bit. Try this. Okay. And we'll try an ultra wide as well. It was occupied by the Romans at one point. This is cool. Let's try a wide. And then the zoomed one. And here I'm using the archways almost as a bit of a frame. And I think if you clean up that in Photoshop or Lightroom, like we will later, it could be a little interesting geometric photo. Ah, here we go. So here's where we have something into the light.
Dad, how do you think it's going to be? Ciao, sei It's time I want to video. Era su un dono, era poi proprio un dono.
Okay, it looks a little blown out, and it definitely is. But I'm wondering, I like all of the jagged roofline there. I like the people in there as well. So I'm thinking later on we can edit this to have a bit more detail, look less blown out, and have less glare. We'll see. This is part of what I believe to be the Itchin navigation. So this was an old mill at one point, and they used to have barges that would come up here and transport stuff from Southampton. But look at these buildings that back onto this. Pretty insane. Kind of looks cool. Leave some room in the sky. That could be an interesting composition that kind of evokes a bit of questions. Like here you have a contrast between a doorway that has not been maintained and a doorway with a garden that's been maintained with some flowers. So maybe let's use this. The building behind it kind of takes away from this. This is what's interesting to me. Maybe we can get lower and try and get down and get rid of that building. Look at that. I wonder if those apartments have ever been flooded. We got some interesting folks here. OAP section. Let's try and get I want to get the roof of this in there. These guys lining it up. There you go. Interesting character. Sometimes you just missed it. Oh, there's some room. It's like he knew I was taking a photo. He knew it. I think there's a real big heroin problem here. But look at this variation of buildings up here. Really interesting. It's a shame that I can't get the high street without people in it. If I could do a long exposure, I could get people out of it, but can we do anything close to the floor? Ah, that's kind of cool. So another good thing about the iPhone is you can put it in areas where you can't really get other cameras. Look at how that building is slanted. It's kind of cool. Might be able to use an interesting crop to show the extreme nature of that. Let's get a good photo of that. Okay, well, that leads us to the end of our photography portion of this little walk through Winchester. I also have almost no battery on my phone, so I think it's time to offload these photos and go and edit them at the pub over a beer. Let's go.